In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Scottie Barnes and his high basketball IQ plays that he has done. Basically, a video so that if you want to become a very high IQ basketball player yourself, that you can learn from. Let's get down, let's check out Scottie Barnes and some amazing passes and court vision that he really has. Okay, so first, coming off of this dribble handoff, he has his head up scanning the court. And then he has a very smart teammate who can finish as well. So how did this play really originate? Well, first off, he's driving towards this right side and looking at, of course, the corner player Boucher. Boucher is able to cut back door because this defender, Avdia, is overplaying that side and denying that pass, which means that Chris Boucher has to cut back door to be able to get open. So this is not just because of Scottie Barnes, but because of Boucher as well. He's able to then notice that he's being overplayed in deny and he needs to cut back door. Anytime a player is playing like this on you, you need to be able to cut back door. And if you've got a good passer, he should be able to get you a bounce pass right into your wheelhouse for a dunk or a layup. Again, Chris Boucher being very smart here. I should really be making this video about him, really, but this is a great Scottie Barnes pass to him. How did this happen? Well, coming out of that rebound, we have Scottie Barnes who is scanning the court. He's dribbling up court, obviously left hand keeping it away from that defender, but Boucher, earlier on, if we rewind, did something really smart, and that is there's two players being guarded by one, and Tatum is going towards, of course, that left side for Gary Trent, and Boucher runs to the opposite side as to where Tatum is going. And because of that, he is going to Tatum's back. There's nobody guarding him. Scottie Barnes is able to see that. No look pass over to Boucher, who's able to then finish with the dunk. Again, this is a very fantastic play. This just shows how good Nick Nurse really is at making offensive plays, but at the same time, this is also Scottie Barnes and OG Anunoby. Basically, what this play is a back screen for OG to cut, but also a pin down from Precious Achiuwa so that it gives OG Anunoby two different options. He can essentially cut baseline or pop up and use that screen, that pin down, for that three-point shot. Well, guess what? This is actually a fantastic play because now OG Anunoby can fake like if he's about to use that pin down and then cut back door, which gets, in this case, Doncic stuck on Fred VanVleet. And if there's no switch, which of course Porzingis here is calling for, then that allows OG Anunoby to get wide open, and because Scottie Barnes is 6'9", he can get those passes over top of the defense. He's able to get that pass into OG Anunoby for that layup. It also helps that you can be a really good passer and hit your passes. Here he's doing a lob pass over top of the defense to Boucher, and Boucher is able to reach up and get that ball and finish with a layup. Now this would have never happened if it wasn't for Nick Nurse's offensive style, or at least game plan, where he likes to have the center cut to the paint first and then clear out if there's nothing there. And because of that, they can get that ball into the paint. If it's a zone, they can collapse the defense onto him, where if he can't make that layup, he can kick it out to multiple players. However, here, we do say that he's able to finish. Would have been nicer if he was able to, if Scottie Barnes cut down to the corner. That would have been a great option too, because that could have been a kick out to him. Either way, Boucher was able to finish. Here we have Precious Achiuwa making a pass into the paint, which gets deflected by a pretty interesting defender, because of course this just shows the confidence that Cleveland had with Precious Achiuwa hitting a three. They have literally their defender giving him about 10 feet worth of space to be able to hit that shot, but instead he passes to Gary Trent, who's essentially using the exact same play as what we just seen earlier, and Gary Trent's not able to get it because the defense was able to pick off that pass. But that pass went straight to Scottie Barnes, who then was able to get that pass through to Gary Trent to get that layup. This is actually a very smart play for Scottie Barnes, because here he's able to say, well, you know what? Instead of me trying to reset the offense, I can just get it into Gary Trent anyways because my angle's better. I'm going to tell you right now, a straight-on pass with a defender who's very big, not defending your three-point shot, is always going to get picked off. You should be able to get it. That pass really should have went to Scottie Barnes first and then into Gary Trent. That would have been a better option. But I still say Precious Achiuwa is a fantastic player. I really like Precious Achiuwa. And that's not just because my team won his little giveaway that he was doing for Foot Locker. We can also see that Scottie Barnes is willing to attack the paint, collapse the defense, and then kick it out for that three-point shot as well. It's just absolutely fantastic what Scottie Barnes can do. This first play is actually really interesting because here we have, basically it was a pass into Scottie Barnes who was using a screen. He had a re-screen because his man went underneath that screen, and then we have some really good off-ball movements by Milinik, but also by Fred VanVleet. And you always want to move off-ball. You don't want to be standing in the same spot for too long, and because we have Fred VanVleet who's moving off-ball, his man is actually really paying attention to Scottie Barnes, trying to essentially quadruple team the guy. And because Fred VanVleet's very smart, he's getting to an open spot. Scottie Barnes is able to see that. He's able to get that pass over to him. And of course, we see a three-point shot. By the way, I'm going to say that he's going to win the three-point competition in the All-Star game. This is another fantastic play. We have a screen for Scottie Barnes on the sideline inbounds, and then Scottie Barnes is going to attack the basket. We get that pass into Scottie Barnes, but he notices right there that he's getting basically help defense coming in to be able to stop his attack or drive from happening. He does a touch pass back out to OG Anunoby, who's able to drain the absolutely wide open three-point shot. Scottie Barnes is an amazing passer, but you can only be an amazing passer with good court vision if you have good teammates who move off ball real well. You can't just make a pass and stand still. You need to make that pass and do something. You need to find an open area of the court. You need to be able to read the defense and react to it. This is something that I always teach my players, because kids these days, they really do learn by, and that is, if this, then that. If the defender does this, you need to do that, and that's how we need to teach our players. Also, I want to say, Precious Achua, thank you for allowing my team to win the Foot Locker $1,000 giveaway. Anyways, I hope that everyone has enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.